Hello and welcome back to the second part of this tutorial for using Flutter's local notifications plugin. In the last video we did all the necessary steps to set up the Android and iOS specific configurations, and now in this video I will quickly show you how you can initialize the plugin. Because the initialization part of the plugin is very easy and straightforward, I will also show you in this video how you can send a simple notification. Because after initializing the plugin, you could technically already send simple notifications, which is why I will show you this in this video. However, in the next video, I will combine that part with better permission handling and explain in more detail the code of showing a notification. So stay tuned for that. And now, without further ado, let's get right into coding. Back in our project, the first thing that I'm going to do is add a new file in the lib folder of our project. So I can close that, and in here I will create a new file. I will call it local notifications.dart. Perfect. I'm gonna open that. Nice. In here I'm going to create a class, and I'm going to call it local notifications as well. This class will be responsible for handling everything that has to do with the local notifications plugin. So sending notifications, initializing the plugin, scheduling notifications, everything we'll do with the plugin will go through this class. To do that, I'm going to create a static property of the type Flutter local notifications plugin. And that property will then be responsible for interacting with everything that has to do with the plugin. So here that then will import the plugin, and it's going to be of type Flutter local notifications plugin. Perfect. As you can see, this property is of type Flutter local notifications plugin, and that is imported from the plugin itself. To initialize the plugin, I'm going to create a static method. And that method needs to be async, and I'm going to call it initialize. Bam, bam, bam. Let's make it small. Nice. Inside this method, I will create a constant of type Android initialization settings. Android initialization settings, there we have it. It's going to be the Android initialization settings. Bam. This object will be used by the plugin to initialize the Android specific settings. But as you can see, we still have an error here. And that is because we need to provide the constructor the route to the default icon for Android. And before you panic, we don't need to actually add a new icon to our project because Android already provides us with a default icon. That one is located in source, main, res, and here we have the drawables. And here we have midmap HDPI with the IC launcher. This is the standard Flutter icon that you can see when you install the app on your debugging device, so on your emulator or whatever device you're using. On the home screen you will see that the app has a Flutter icon. And that is exactly that, and we can use this in our initialization settings for Android. And the path to that is, let me just quickly copy that, and we're going to paste it here. So midmap IC launcher, that's the path to it. So no need to add any icons. Obviously in a production environment you would add your own icons. Similar for iOS, we are going to create an initialization object. That one is called Darwin initialization settings. And let me get the spelling right. Okay, looking good. Yes, Darwin initialization settings. For that, we don't need to provide anything for now. That's good. Now we need to combine these two initialization settings object into a single one. So we're going to go with initialization settings will be initialization settings, and we're going to pass for Android the Android initialization settings, for iOS the iOS initialization settings, and that's it. And the only thing we have to do now is call the initialize function and provide it with the initialization settings. To do that, we're going to use the static property that we have defined earlier. So we're just going to go await Flutter local notifications plugin dot initialize, and we're going to pass it the initialization settings. And that's already it. Now, where do we call this function to initialize the plugin? Good question. We will call it simply in the main function of our app. We're going to make this async because the function that we have just created, the initialize function, is also async. And then we're going to say await local notifications dot initialize. Bam. That's it. For that to work correctly, we also have to call the widgets binding ensure initialized. Let me just do that here, ensure initialize. This call will make sure that the Flutter engine is initialized before we call anything else. If you forget to do that, your app won't work. Trust me, I made a mistake myself. I was like debugging for 2 hours and I had no clue why. And yeah, I felt pretty stupid when I found out that I just had to add this. So yeah, make sure that you have that and everything should be fine. To test it, we can now start up the emulator. So for Android, I'm just going to start the Android emulator. And then I'm going to test it on iOS, of course, as well. Nice. Okay, the default app is launched. We can click. Everything seems to work fine. So Android is good. Now, next up, we're going to test it for iOS as well. Okay, so the app booted successfully for iOS as well. As you can see, the iOS application is already trying to request notifications permission for the app. That is happening because the initialize part of the app is already requesting permission. In the next video, I'm gonna show you how you can manually handle those permissions. So, but for now, because we want to send a simple notification in this video as well, I'm gonna allow it. And the app is booting successfully. And we can click something. Everything is working fine. Nice. Now I'm going to show you how you can send a simple notification. We will just change the code of this button, so when we click it, that the notification will send, and we will remove the counter here. Yeah, let's do it. So to send a notification, we're going to add another static method, also async, send simple notification. Async, bam, bam, bam. And then I'm going to open the documentation and I'm going to scroll down to displaying a notification. I'm just gonna copy that and I'm gonna paste it. Oh fuck, paste it. Bam. So now this code will show a notification. So this code is really simple. We create Android notification details. They are configuring the notification, what importance they have, what priority they have, and they have a channel ID and a channel name, channel description. I will explain it in more detail in the next video. And then we are creating a notification details object. Now you might be asking, why is there nothing for iOS? Because for iOS, we don't need to do the notification details if we just want to show a simple notification. I think that the plugin is then for iOS just more ever copying what the Android details define. Maybe not, I have no idea to be honest. But yeah, so we have this method now, and inside the main code, I will just look up the floating action button. There was it, okay. And on pressed, I will replace that call with an async, and we are going local notifications dot, oh wait, that's the wrong one. Local notifications dot send simple notification, semicolon. Nice. Then I am going to performing a hot reload. And now, hopefully, if we click the button, bam, you see a notification, really simple. I'm going to test this on Android as well. Okay, now the Android app booted. You can notice here that the Android app is not requesting permissions because for Android that's not needed at this point. For scheduling notifications and doing the more advanced stuff, this will be needed, but just for showing notifications, showing simple notifications, it's not necessary. But when I click it, it's not working. Okay, wait. I have to look what's going on. Oh, wait. I think I know what's the problem. I know what the problem is. Ah, yes. We did not define this to be an async call with await. That might fix that. Open again and still nothing. Well, that's odd. Oh. Okay, I just found out that for Android, notification permissions were not given automatically. I thought that that would happen here as well in the initialization step. Apparently it did not. Let me just quickly uninstall the app and try again. Okay, try again. Nothing happens. Now if I go in app info, in notifications and allow the permissions, okay, so now the notification works. As you just saw, permission handling can be a tricky and annoying topic, but in the next video we will go over this step by step and I'm going to show you how you can write a good permission handling code, and we will also combine this inside the UI. And then I will go into more detail in explaining how this simple notification we just send works. And after that, everything should be a little bit more easier. Now, I hope you liked this video and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.